Listen, guys, I figured with Mlb The Show 25 franchise coming up, I'd reveal the team and the GM. For those who are new, I always pick the GM and the team. The GM always has a storyline. So, Pirates franchise, when I first kind of started the channel, I don't believe it had a GM, but what it did was Robbie McGee, who was a former player of mine, in Mlb The Show 13, and I wanted to pay homage to that. I wish you guys could have saw it, but my PS3 rebooted, so you couldn't see it. And then the critically, I don't want to say critically, but my most successful series and longest series at this point is the Washington Nationals franchise. 65 episodes. It was dedicated to my late grandpa who loved baseball. It was right around the time near the end of it is when he passed. But I dedicated it to him anyways because he was the biggest baseball fan I knew. Just breathed Yankees baseball, loved it. And last year was a channel legend, Kevin Soriano, being the GM of the Detroit Tigers. Not as much of a happy ending compared to the other two. I was at a weird point in my life. Great things and then also bad things, and I just figured end it, and I was getting bored with it, so there's that. But this series may not be the number one series on the channel. It's going to be the Utah State Dynasty on EA College Football 25. But this one's not going to be completely unknown. I will probably take every other weekend and record it just so I get a break from EA College Football and yada yada. But basically what I'm saying is I'm excited to do the show again. The show means a lot. I'm not the biggest baseball guy. Not as much anymore after my grandpa passed, because it's just weird to watch it now without him and talking to him about it. Maybe eventually I'll start to like it again. I casually root for the Yankees and whatnot, and if I need to get chores done, it's a good sport to just put on. And playoff baseball's electric, but the show was the first game that I really did for the channel. I didn't know how to do the PlayStation 3 to, modulate or all that. So the first maybe 6 months of the channel's history, it was just all Mlb The Show. Because it was really this only one sports game that was fresh, new to me, because I played 2K, I played Madden forever, yada yada yada. But I will always have a special place for the show because of the fact that it helped me grow this channel. I got a lot of people loving it just from the show. So as much as it's not the bread and butter of the channel, I still want to give it love. I still think it's a good series to do just because people love it, and it's just more of an homage of, hey, I appreciate this game helping this channel grow. And when I thought about who the GM would be, because it's usually a made-up guy. It's usually most of my coaches and all of my franchises are people that are roughly based on people. Spoiler, my dad is, well, not my dad, but my dad was the coach of the Tampa Bay Bucks. His name, the baldness, all in. Papa Rod. It's my grandpa. Call him Papa. You kind of get the point. Robert Campbell, based on grandpa. But then I also have fictional guys like Robert McGee, who was based on a character in Mlb The Show 13. Marcus Brooks, coach at Utah State. He was literally my third or fourth string quarterback in my team builder in NCAA 14. So it's either one. But this guy is a combination of both. He's a real person and a fictional character. So, never met this guy in person. I highly respect him. I think he's a good friend. We may not have met in person, we have casual conversations, but I don't think I would be the YouTuber that I am without him. So this is kind of a respect and salute to him being the GM of this series and the team that I will pick for this series. But he doesn't know, and I don't have permission from him, so I'm not going to use his government name. I'm going to use a name and me and him. Maybe I've not come up with, but he's been a character in some of my series. He's just been under the radar. Like, he was in my Pirates franchise where, like, if you really paid attention, you would catch it, but I've honestly forgot about it. And he's in the Bulls franchise, which is kind of shelved for now. But I figured it's a way to respect him and pay homage to him, but at the same time, protect his identity. So, without further ado, here is the GM of the Mlb The Show franchise on Mlb The Show 25. I hope you enjoy it. Growing up in the Bronx, Sean Parker Sr. loved baseball, played it all throughout high school, but could not go past college due to the fact that his son, Sean Parker Jr., was born. While help raising his son with his girlfriend at the time, Sean got a job at a local Boys and Girls Club in the Bronx, where he would help set up t-ball and baseball clinics for children. He would work there for 2.5 years. At 21 years old, he got an internship with the Hudson Valley Renegades as part of the sales and promotion team. He then got promoted to do the same job in the front office sales and promotion at the Somerset Patriots. And he was there for 3 years, and he went from sales promotion to assistant GM. Then at 24 years old, Sean had the opportunity of a lifetime to become a college coach at the Division III level, assistant coach for SUNY Cortland, where one of his coworkers went to school there. So for the next 6 years, he stayed in Cortland, New York, coached baseball, and at night would go to school to get his degree in business and finance. In 2018, Sean got his degree and worked back in his hometown in New York City, where he worked for the New York Mets as a strategy and analytic guy. He would stay there until 2021, despite the owner change in 2020. But after the 21 season, no one in the MLB offered him a job. But he was offered to be strategy and analytics guy for the Chiba Lade Marines. He said yes. And in 2022, he was the vice president of operations for the Marines. And from 2023 to 2025, he was the assistant GM for them until the Rays gave him a call and offered him the GM job. Being a cheap ownership, they figured to hire an international front office guy to save some money. And if it fails, it won't look as bad. So can Sean Parker take the Rays to the World Series and beyond?